by North Hudson Police Department. Please rise for the presentation of the colors. Leading the parade this year is Chief Rich Gantz, and the presentation of the colors by VFW Post 2115 and American Legion Post 50. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Thank you much for the presentation of the colors by VFW Post 2115, American Legion Post 50, Tanner Lake VFW Post 8217. Next weekend, on Saturday, the Fire Ambulance Ball. Festivities start at 1 o'clock. Demonstrations at Lakefront Park on vehicle extrication. There's going to be a dunk tank to dunk the mayor, the police chief, maybe the fire chief will get in there. Fun for everybody. EMT of the Year, Deb Hartman. Hudson firefighters assisted St. Joe's firefighters this morning on a house burn over in Burkhardt for training purposes, and we're able to get the trucks nice and clean for the parade. Next is Officer Bob Omke and his canine companion Zeus. Special thanks to the Sheriff's Department, Hudson Police Department, and North Hudson Police Department for assisting in the parade today. Without them, we wouldn't be able to shut down Highway 35 and have a nice parade. That's a half-ton truck hauling Mayor Jack Brill and Len Meissen. Len Meissen, village president, and the truck's donated by Dave Holt Ford.
Hi guys, how are you?
And Rita is driving. She's one of the co-coordinators of this festival. This year we are honored to have Dr. Robert Bardell as our Grand Marshal of the Pepperfest Parade. He is a dentist up in North Hudson, has a new office complex on the north end, and he's looking for more business. He's handing out candy. Chew with good health and floss. Robert was a coordinator of the Pepperfest back in 1978 and early years, and he has since moved on to be our Grand Marshal for today's festivities. Well, he's not a beach boy, but he's as young as one of our North Hudson good neighbors, Ed and Rosie Barber, driving a nice little Corvette. It's a 59 Corvette, and Ed is a owner along with his family of Barber Electric, and he is a true meaning of a good neighbor. And he will be at Pepperfest Park to greet people later. Not making a debut appearance, but it is making a debut new appearance, the new look of the Pepperfest float. And I will let King Dan take it over from here. Dan.
Nice truck, Dave.
Representing North Hudson this year, King Dan Barber. Queen, Karen Sorensen. 1997 Princess Krista Wittoon. 1997 Princess Kim Tritt. And 1997 Princess Stacey Haraldson. They will be in the Royal Spaghetti Eating Contest later, along with some other royalty. and we commend them on a fine job they did on the float and promoting Hudson this last year. And right behind them on the Harleys are the royal families, the people that gave them the support this whole year. And Becky, our royalty coordinator. As you can see, most of the vehicles are during our parade today are donated by Dave Holt Ford. Dave is a major contributor, and he is also one of our 4 judges today for selecting prizes for the floats. And they will let me know later what the prizes will be, and they will be announced on main stage later. The 1996 Pepperfest royalty, Mike King Soberg, Queen Ali Puente, Princess Michelle Nelson, Princess Andrea Johnson, and Princess Amber Jackson. Categories today for floats will be King's Award, Queen's Award, and Pepper Award. And they will be announced on main stage after the parade. With Pepperfest, it's a year-long process of planning, sorting out, making decisions. They have a board of 9 individuals ranging in various skills, and it takes numerous people. Whoever's wearing a green shirt is one of the men or women that helped set up the festival, put in numerous hours. This past week, everybody was working from Sunday until Friday to make sure everything was going without a problem. And now they are serving some nice Italian food. We have hot dagos, spaghetti, raviolis, Italian sausages, that yellow frothy fermented beverage can be seen in a big truck with some words on it. Stan Wecken's more than happy to serve you up. Thanking the community for the support, Hudson Area United Way with Bev Pankow. She is also the Pepperfest treasurer. A lot of the people wear numerous hats when they work Pepperfest. Kinder Music, career music program for young children in the Hudson community. And Odyssey of the Mind program through the middle school and the school system. I believe we had some people go to the nationals on Odyssey of the Mind. Some creative kids. And Sheriff Birch with the Counteract vehicle. Some communities have DARE. St. Croix County has Counteract. It's a progressive drug enforcement education program. And the first marching band is the Hudson Marching Raiders. Hudson Marching Raiders, Raider Pride. Double Bogey Golf Team. This team, sponsored by Hudson Machine Tool. And our first visiting royalty is from the community of Spring Valley. Miss Spring Valley, Amber Cleveland. Lori Willman, Princess of Miss Congeniality. Brittany Cato, Princess. Emily Faber, Princess. And Gary Hammond, driving Blue Thunder. Presenting a ghostly float, Halloween capital of the world, Anoka. Miss Anoka, Nettie Pullman, Princess of Miss Congeniality, Amy Smith, and Erin Better, Princess. They'd like to invite everyone to the 77th Anoka Halloween Festival Parade and Coronation that'll take place Saturday, October 25th in the community of Anoka. And from the community of Prescott, Miss Prescott, Brea Schomer, First Princess, April Mayer, Second Princess, Brian Poyak, and Miss Congeniality, Rachel Johnson. From the community of River Falls, Miss River Falls Court, Shayla Merzek. First Princess, Erin Johnson, and Second Princess, Katie Murphy, and Miss Congeniality, Katie Murphy. Sponsored by Blue Skies Pool and Spa in Hudson, Kelly Schnobrick. And I do apologize if I scoop up any names. Sponsored by Laser Magic, a candidate for the Queen of North Hudson, Holly Dom.
And next we have Jesse Rowan, sponsored by Cozy Corner.
Next we have Terry Palenti, sponsored by Dr. Robert Bardill. Now we have Abby Gavin, sponsored by Casa de Palo.
Next unit is St. Croix Chiropractic, Dr. Mark Peterson. Located in the Bardill building, just north of Mama Maria's. The 1997 National Country USA Queen is Melinda Gullickson from Hudson. Representing the community of Roberts, Wisconsin, Miss Roberts and Miss Congeniality, Stacy Nelson, First Princess, Casey DeLander, second princess Carrie DeLander, and Miss Junior Roberts Brianna Braithall. And the gateway to the Wild River of St. Croix Falls presents their float and the royalty. Melissa Larson, Miss St. Croix Falls. Rachel Shane, first princess. Kim O'Donnell, second princess. Crystal Kehoffer is Miss Congeniality.
Our next unit is the St. Paul Winter Carnival. Einer Nordstrom, Bert Wolf, Bill Fryermuth, Janet Conroy, Gray Eric, and Sandy Lewis.
The Winter Carnival will be in the spaghetti eating contest. It is a pound of spaghetti and as quick or half a pound for the royalty.
Queen will do that. She'll eat it all. Oh, hi, Dan. How you doing? How's everybody? We're here. Great weather. You keep this up. Drop it 45 degrees. We'll take it to the Hi, folks. How you doing?
Thank you for having us. Wonderful.
Thanks for coming over.
And we have the dreaded Balkans. They warm up the event at St. Paul Winter Carnival.
We have reversed or what?
Coming to us from Milltown, Wisconsin. Queen Michelle Springer, First Princess Chrissy Elfers, and Little Miss Amanda Cussy. Our next marching band is the Richmond High School Marching Tigers. And Richmond Marching Tigers have been proclaimed the Goodwill Ambassadors of New Richmond, Wisconsin. This city beautiful. Over the years, the band has traveled and performed throughout the United States, Canada, Mexico, Europe, and the former Soviet Union. Last summer, the band traveled to the East Coast of the United States and performed at Hershey Park, Gettysburg, Wisconsin, Washington, D.C., New York City, and Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. The band Richmond Marching Tigers. Badlands, snow tubing and snowboarding. The boardwalk is now under construction. The Badlands is located east of Hudson off Badlands. Blue Skies, Pools and Spas, opening soon in Hudson, across from Fleet Farm. Another factor in the North Hudson Pepper Festival is the utilization of the schools to prepare the foods. In the past, we've used North Hudson School District to prepare the foods, and our next unit is the education group of North Hudson School, handing out some pencils, and school starts in a week. Part of the teaching staff at North Hudson Elementary School. And and possibly some future teachers. She's your kindergarten teacher? Cub Scout Pack 168. September 4th is Scout Roundup. More for Princess Krista's employer. With a new look inside their store. Rice Street brings their queen, Michelle Linder, and Princess Kristen Anchinson and Carrie Welch. Representing the village of Woodville, Septemai Lions Festival, one of the first parades in the start of the season, Woodville Court.
The Hopkins Raspberry Festival is celebrating its 64th anniversary in 1998. The Raspberry Festival is one of the oldest running festivals in Minnesota. The Raspberry Festival will be celebrating July 9th to July 19th, 1998. We will celebrate 10 days of family fun sporting events and pageantry. The Raspberry Band Day Parade will be 2 p.m. on Sunday, July 19th. The Raspberry Float portrays the family fun of a playground environment represented by an animated merry-go-round, teeter-totter, and swing. The green grass of parkland and scarlet of our raspberries are in evidence. The glow of over 3,000 lights is no match for the smiles of reigning royalty. The Raspberry Band is customized from home away from home.
'97 USA Royal Beauty Princess and National Talent winner Kristen Casadevalo.
This is candidate Kim Brown, sponsored by Valley Carded.
Next is candidate Erin Sikorsky, and she is sponsored by Edina Realty.
Our next candidate is Jamie Livermore, sponsored by Berard Photography.
Next is Jane Hansen. She's proudly sponsored by Marine Associates. Good job, Jane.
And next up, we have Jessica Christensen, sponsored by Christian Community Home.
The coronation will be taking place tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock on main stage at Pepperfest Park. Just a reminder, there's a lot of hot food being warmed up and cooked up right now at the Village Park. We invite you to come over and have fun. There's water wars and all sorts of different activities going on at Pepperfest Park at the Village of North Hudson School. There is a softball tournament and the mini disc golf tournament will be going on also. A lot of activities, and we appreciate all your support over the years. And we have little Miss Mark Zappa. Mr. Mark Zappa. Next unit coming up is the Hudson Lions Club.
Hey, Mark, hey, you want some too? You can only get judged once. Yes, you may. Dave. Name is Bill. Write it down, Bill. You look like you're working pretty hard there.
Representing the community of Somerset. Junior Miss Somerset, Trelawney Stanlich. Junior Miss Alouette, Caitlin Danner. Junior Miss Apple River, Ashley Otto. Second Princess, Anna Odor. Third Princess, Anastasia Martell. Sponsored by the Peace Hoop Day Committee. Usually falls on the Father's Day weekend in June. Showing the olden days, a real old golf cart from Clifton Highlands in Prescott. Clowning around is what these guys do best. From Ellsworth, the Funsters.
Holy cow. I think you found a girlfriend.
One of the successes of Pepperfest this weekend is going to be the graveling of Monroe Street. And without Zappa Brothers helping out and ULE and A1 Construction, we wouldn't have been able to have Monroe Street open. So special thanks to Zappa Brothers Excavations.
Are you ready, Ron? I think we should.
Representing Cumberland and the home of the Rutabaga Festival, and it is actually the first official parade that Pepperfest visits next weekend, is Miss Cumberland, Hillary Bridgers. First Princess, Andrea Just. Second Princess, Aaron Curtis. Third Princess, Jessica DiGiato. Miss Congeniality, Sarah Forts. Junior Royalty, Samantha McCrank and Eric Munich. Rutabaga Festival is next weekend, August 20th through the 24th. And they may have brought some contestants down for the pepper eating contest also. Coming to us from Durand is the Durand float with Miss Durand, Emily Baldini, Princess Kendra Knudsen, and Mandy Richardson. Durand Fun Fest is held the second weekend in June. Fun for the whole family. The Durand Royalty has traveled nearly every weekend this summer, winning first place at Osceola, Balsam Lake, Hudson, Baldwin, Elmwood, Arkansas, and second place at St. Croix Falls. From the community of Amory, they bring their queen, Erica Lockness, first princess, Melinda Johnson, second princess, Tracy Young, and Miss Congeniality, Corey Sorensen. Amory Fall Festival is September 11th through the 14th, and they are sponsored by the Community Club of Amory. Full vehicle, sponsored by Dave Holt Ford. He is pulling the St. Croix County ambassadors, Lori Mueller, Sarah Warwick, and Jenny Bazille. And next is a familiar sight for the Hudsonites, usually parked in front of First National Bank in Hudson on Friday mornings, the Pilot House, owned and operated by Walt Weeks of North Hudson. A mobile gourmet coffee espresso bar, designed and built as a replica of an old wooden steam tug wheel house or pilot house. Walt is registered trademark name in the U.S. Patent Office, Washington, D.C. And he is also pulled by a restored 1962 Case 830 diesel tractor. And the Powder Puff Clown Club of St. Paul. Our next unit is a familiar unit to the Hudson area, the Zor Roadrunners. They ride so kids can walk. If the kids could back up just a little bit so these guys can show off what they can do. The Zor St. Croix Valley Roadrunners. The Zor Roadrunners, let's give them a nice round of applause. They do a lot of work. They're at just about every parade in the St. Croix Valley. One of the organizations that help out Pepperfest taking tickets at the North Gate is the St. Croix Valley Boys Choir. just a reminder, it's not too late to enter the spaghetti eating contest or the pepper eating contest. If you have 4 people that want to try, or that you can talk into competing, just contact one of the organizers and they will get you in. There is a small entry fee, but the payouts are good and your stomach is full afterwards. And sponsored by AutoStop is this next vehicle. Rolling Hills 4-H Club from Hudson. Cedar Lake Speedway, New Richmond. Season championships are coming up August 23rd. Just a little trivia on the pepper eating contest. Some of the times have been as low as 25 seconds for eating peppers. Some of them have been lower, so their digestive system is very active. Next unit sponsored by Century 21. Full vehicle sponsored by Gilbert Motors. State Assembly person Sheila Harsdorf. Coming to us from the beautiful city of Ellsworth is Princess Jackie Borks, Princess Jessica Riley, and Miss Ellsworth is Rachel Funk. Representing the city of Hills, 57 Hills to be exact, Glenwood City. Miss Glenwood City is Katrina Middlestead. First princess is Nikki Standard, and second princess is Andrea Overmiller. Rustic Lore Days in Glenwood City is September 2nd through the 7th. Music by the Dweebs Friday night. There's a demolition derby on Saturday. Music by the Generators on Saturday night, and the Grand Day Parade is on Sunday. And a new court for the Hammond community. Miss Hammond and Miss Congeniality is Laura Kuzman. Princess Kiana Larson. Second Princess Anna Greenfield. Mandy Edwards is Miss Congeniality. Co-Congeniality. Hammond is the heart of St. Croix County. And the 1923 Calliope.
Next is candidate Sarah Frederick, sponsored by Silver Photography. Good job, Sarah.
Our next candidate is Jessica Walter, sponsored by Lavender Times.
Sponsored by Studio 94. Danielle Hallworth. Hayward. Sorry about that.
Our next candidate is Lauren Herman, sponsored by Credit Service International.
Okay, we have Katie Glick, sponsored by First Federal Savings Bank.
A little bit more trivia. 1996 pepper eating contest. There was a new record set by Bill Seifert of eating peppers in 9 seconds. The overall team's time was 2:18. Unfortunately, the Village Inn beat them with a team total time of 1 minute 26 seconds. A lot of competitors from all over. I believe Cumberland brings some people down. Just a lot of fun for the pepper eating. Our next unit's going to be the St. Croix County 4-H dog drill team. St. Clair County 4-H dog drill team. Next unit coming up is the St. Clair Valley YMCA shooting some hoops today. Hudson Star Observer, news, advertising, custom printing, and internet services, 386-9333. Trinity Tots, Lutheran School Week, sponsored by Trinity Lutheran School. Hands-on learning. The motto of Trinity Lutheran School is Heavenly Education. Raymer's Cracker Jacks. A percussion drill team. Monster Jacks. Everybody likes a comedian, and we have one. Coming to us from the community of Balsam Lake. He is Queen Trina Long, Princess Mandy Hathaway, Princess of Miss Congeniality Trisha Shire, Little Miss Stephanie Hathaway, Princess Berta Norland, and Princess Caitlin Radke. Representing the community of Clear Lake, Civic and Commerce, Allison Rosen, Miss Clear Lake, Lisa Lang, First Princess, Janelle Paulson, Second Princess, Kristen Cotty, Third Princess. Representing the Let's Go Dutch Days in Baldwin, Wisconsin, Queen Erica Johnson, First Princess April Nickel, and the Red Wing Royalty, Miss Red Wing Emily Trepton, Princess Stacy Demers, and Angie Mahoney. And representing the beautiful community of Osceola, from the Pepperfest Royalty, Gold Maria. Are you guys going to be in the pepper eating or spaghetti eating? Maria Phelan is Miss Osceola. Thank you for coming. Just a reminder, Osceola Festival is September 5th, 6th, and 7th. A 1938 Chevy, one of the Erickson Transport vehicles in the olden days, Freedom Value Centers. And the next unit is the First National Bank of Hudson, with numerous locations throughout the St. Croix Valley. Coming to us from the far reaches of Wisconsin, out from Superior areas, the Sterling Silver Baton Twirlers. Sterling Silver Baton Twirlers.
Sandra Dennison, sponsored by Kelly Frame and Fine Arts. Kelly.
Next, we have Genevieve Princeton, sponsored by Randy Eiten Chevrolet. Next is Teresa Sharp, sponsored by Freedom Value Center.
Our next candidate is Karen Oakley, sponsored by St. Croix Feed and Pet Supply.
Next, we have Lisa Bleehubby, sponsored by Fairway Lawn Care.
Our next marching band is the Marching Wildcats from River Falls. Returning to Pepperfest. Representing the community of New Richmond, Fun Fest. Miss New Richmond, Taylor Schmidt. First Princess, Allie Derrick. Second Princess, Christy Dalton. Third Princess, Julie Moffett. And Miss Congeniality, Caitlin Yee. And representing the City of Hudson, and the Boosters, JCs, and Chamber of Commerce. Miss Hudson Court, Miss Stephanie Hansen is Miss Hudson. First Princess, Michelle Nelson. Second Princess, Amanda Kalpas. Miss Congeniality, Maria Berman Lafredo. And the pool vehicle is sponsored by Eaton Chevrolet.
Next we have Brenda Johnson, sponsored by the Village Inn.
Our next candidate is Marie Dickey. She's proudly sponsored by First National Bank.
Next we have Kristen Buchholz, sponsored by Gilbert Motors. Take that back. Kristen Buchholz is sponsored by Much, Porter, Lundin, and Seguin. Our next candidate is Nicole Dennison, sponsored by County Market. And Anika Larson, sponsored by Taco John's.
And St. Louis Park, Party in the Park. Feather Frostrum is Miss St. Louis Park. Main Arcade Harvest Festival. Queen Patrice Salson.
Next up we have the Wood Vehicle with Miss Woodbury, Sharon Johnson, Woodbury Princess Stacy Olo, Nicole Robinson, and Little Miss Woodbury.
Just a reminder, there's a lot of beverages over to the Village Park, Pepperfest Park, a lot of food, a lot of fun. There's rides, carnival rides, fun for everybody. Valley Bookseller. And helping out Pepperfest this year is once again the Hudson Hockey Association. Registrations will be taking place for the Adams Mites and first-time skaters September 8th and 9th. Return skaters September 11th and the 13th. Watch the schools for handout information. If you need more information, please contact Ben Wolpat at 386-3734. Turning Point, world peace begins at home. Wonderland Snow Trails, Burnett County, Wisconsin.
Do a good job of them trails, keep them moving. Good job.
We'd like to thank everybody for coming to the grand parade this afternoon. Please come over to the Pepperfest Park. Money's raised this weekend. Do go back into the community for projects such as library books and different activities like that. The 327th Engineering Company out of Ellsworth brings us this Humvee. They get about 8 miles to the gallon, and they have about a 50-gallon tank. And your towing needs. Hopefully that's nobody's van on the back that was parked illegally during Pepperfest, but Don's Towing and Repair, located on Vine Street. And Dave Owens Towing, located just south of here. And a special thanks to Olog Cabin for providing power for Channel 10 this afternoon and for ourselves. Thanks much for coming this afternoon. Hope to see you at Pepperfest Park.
Programming produced by you and your neighbors, right here on Channel 10, Community Access Television for Hudson, North Hudson.